a little about my Henry Hudson project. I chose Henry Hudson for Explorer because I just felt like I liked him. I liked how he explored a lot. Yeah. Well, of course, every explorer explores. I'm sorry. I made like my mobile. It has stuff on it. Some of them I drew. Some of them I didn't. The first one I'm gonna do is Henry Hudson. Henry Hudson. Hudson's main goal as an explorer was to find a northern passage to the Orient. His quest was to find a shortcut from Europe to the Far East. Hudson was hoping that the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans were separated by just a thin, stripped land, and that he would be the one to find the shortest way between the two oceans. I drew him. They had a disease on their fingers. It was just cold, and they had a disease. It just frostbite. Because I was like, what's the name? Okay, so they had frostbite on their hands. John. Okay, here's John. Henry's son, John, came on the journey with him. As he was there, he was a cabin boy. He cleaned cabins. He was 12. He was the fourth generation of the Hudson family to have either gone to sea or been agents for the Muscovy Company. They had a shipwreck, and the son was on the ship. Like, he was 12, and he was on a ship that was wrecked, and that would be pretty scary, so, for him. The crew members, okay? There were 11 crew members that were hired by the Muscovy Company, too. They were eager for trade and joined Henry Hudson to try to sail across the North Pole to China and Japan. All other ships bound for the Far East sailed south around the continent of Africa, then eastward across the Indian Ocean. This was a long, expensive journey. When I drew them, their eyes are all green, and I was just being funny, and I called them the green-eyed group. They have all green eyes. If you could tell, I called them the green-eyed group. The half moon. Here's the half moon. The half moon was the type of flat-bottomed boat that Dutch fishermen used in shallow waters. She was not in top condition. She was tiny, only about 60 feet long. In early April 1609, the half moon sailed from Amsterdam and headed north. How I said that the ship was tiny and 60 feet long. For boats, that would be pretty tiny, but for humans, for me, that would be pretty big. So I was like, you call that tiny? Really? I was like, that's not tiny. Okay, his first voyage. I'm sorry, okay, his first voyage. The first of 4 voyages was on a small 3-masted ship named Hobart. He started his journey in May of 1607 and returned in September of the same year, when his route was blocked by by the Great Barrier Reef, northeast of Australia. Upstairs in our office where we have school, there's a map, and you can see on the side of Australia. But there's the Great Barrier Reef. Okay, my color's just second route. Okay, here we go. Here's a map of his second voyage. On his second voyage, Hudson also used the Hopewell. This journey lasted from April to August of 1608. He still did not find the passage he was looking for, but he did bring back important maps of Great Barrier Reef and photographs of the various people he met on his journey. So that's the map. Okay. He sailed into New York Bay September of 1609 and explored a river. A river. Oh yes, a river which became known as the Hudson River, about 115 miles. He was looking for the shortcut to the Pacific, but of course he did not find it. His third voyage. Okay. His third voyage. Hudson's third voyage was on a smaller ship named the Half Moon. It is on this journey that he discovered the large New York Bay that today bears his name, Hudson Bay. His first thought, this body of water, was the Pacific Ocean. So that's a map of his third voyage, his fourth voyages. His fourth voyage. Okay. The fourth and final voyage that Hudson made was on a ship named Discovery. He traveled from April of 1610 to June of 1611. There was a mutiny on board the ship during the journey, and no one is exactly sure what happened to the captain. Probably that or something. One last thing. The dinghy boat. It sounds really funny. Right down here. The dinghy boat. Dinghy boat, sorry. In June 1611, they decided...
Just go.
Oh, right. Okay. In June 1611, they decided to put Hudson, his son, and 7 others in a small boat, and they were never heard from again. Oh, gosh. Probably died or just burst out or something. I don't know what happened, but on an island or something.